welcome to my channel. I am Maria, also known as Mindset and Mascara. Although I don't know if I have changed it back or not, because I really like that name. It just kind of, it kind of envelops everything of me. Anyway, today we are going to be doing 3 looks in 1 on the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I did not, all right, you'll hear my thoughts at the end of this, but this is the palette. Usually I do not do swatches, but I kind of really want to, just to see how they're going to swatch. So we are going to start with the first row, and we're going to be doing 3 looks, 1 palette. This is Cosmic and Utopia. This is Ultra Violet. Let me lower the light a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There you go. That is Ultra Violet. And then Nebula. Nebula is a more glittery shadow. It's what I have right here on my inner corner on my lower lash line. Let me kind of wipe this off. Then we have Mercury, which do there. And Haze, that one, Off Balance, right there. Let's I should have done it this way, but then we have Galaxy. There's Galaxy. Okay, let me get it from my face because it's like wanting to focus on my face. All right, Libra. There is Libra. And then we will do Crash and Momentum and Super Moon. There we go. This Super Moon and Nebula, those are the most glittery colors. They are gorgeous though. I have both of those on my eye today. Sorry for my ashy arms. It is winter in Texas. So, yeah. And I don't pretend that I know what I'm doing when I am swatching, because I hate doing swatches. I'm not good at them, and I don't think that it is a good example of what the shades can do on the eyes. So I usually just kind of go along with, whatever. All right, so now I'm trying to get my arm dry because I don't want to put it on a wet surface because that gives an unfair advantage. All right, so now we are going to do, what's this, Vortex, and then we have Hot Mess, then we have Supernova, Karma, okay, right. Gold Glitch, that is gorgeous, and then Frazzled, which is that one. All right, there is, I've got eczema, guys, don't get all up in arms. I do have eczema. It's pretty bad right now, but this, let's get it to focus there. This is those. That is the last row. All right. I've heard mixed reviews on this, but oh, there we go. I've heard mixed reviews on this palette, but I will share my thoughts on the palette here at the end of the video. So let's get started on the first look. Okay, so my primer is all over the place, but I've got y'all zoomed in. This is the first look of the 3 looks. Whenever I do these videos, I don't do 3 looks back to back to back, just because I don't want to be wiping everything off and starting over, because we are doing a foundation wear test today too. So yeah, that's my explanation of it. Let's get started here. We are going to use the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. I saw that there's this plastic thing on here, but I've got nails, so I can't pull it off. So it is going to stay with the little plastic covering on it. So we're using this palette. Look how beautiful it is. And I'm going to open it up. This is what it looks like. I never take the plastic off the mirrors, mainly because I don't use the mirrors. I have all these mirrors up here and I don't travel much. I'm sure when I travel, anything that I travel with, I will, and here is it without the plastic on it. Anything I travel with, I do take the plastic off, but it's like because I like need it. So enough of me rambling. Let's get started. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy blending brush, if I can find the one I would like to use. Let's use this. We're gonna use the tempered. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. The tapered blending brush from Sigma, the E35. And I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with Haze. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer on, not set, that's why you're seeing creases. So I'm gonna go in with Haze. I almost think I should do like the darker shadows first, but we're gonna just kind of roll with it. Because I really want to use Mercury. I think I want to use Mercury and Ultraviolet. Okay, now I'm going to take that almost a berry brown color called Vortex, and I'm going to take a more pinpointed brush. We're going to use the Precision Firm Blender brush. It is the E42. And I'm going to take this color Vortex. This is a small blending brush, and put it on the outer V. Okay, so right now I feel like it needs something. So I'm going to go in the crease. I'm going to grab this Detail Diffused Crease Brush. This is the E33. I don't know if it focused there. There we go. The Sigma E33. And then I'm going to take Hot Mess. And, oof, okay. I didn't mean that in a bad way. I just, oops. Usually when I pick up pigment, I want the pigment just bam right there, but I want to make this slightly more diffused. Okay, I'm back, and I already did my cut crease before I realized that I kind of needed to do it on camera. So, I'm sorry guys, but I'm sure that there are a bunch of tutorials with cut creases. So, and I'm not like the best person at doing cut creases. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to grab this Sephora Pro Shader, which is the number 18, if I can find it. I'm gonna go into Ultraviolet. Now, ooh, that is soft. Mel Thompson said you kind of have to dig in and get the first layer off to actually see some of these shades. So that is what I'm going to do. That is a very pretty vibrant. That is a very pretty purple. And I like this shader brush, the smaller shader brushes, because I can get really close to the edge of the cut crease without having any issues. So I'm gonna go into Mercury. Mercury is this gorgeous green shade, and this is the one that she was saying you kind of needed to get like in that palette to get the real the pigment that you want. Like if you just go on top of it, you're not gonna get the color that you want, and it'll just look kind of muted. And she's right, because this is gorgeous. That is just, oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wipe this off, and I'm gonna go back in to Hopeless and Vortex and kind of diffuse the line a little bit. We don't want that kind of a harsh line with the purple. Is perfect. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Supermoon, and I'm going to put it on the brow bone. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Everything looks really weird right now because like none of my base makeup is done, none of my eyebrows are done, and I promise this time I will actually finish the eyebrows. But yeah, so I think I want to put glitter, but do I want to do like gamma ray, or do I want to do more like studio? I think I'm gonna do studio, just because this is a little more subtle. Not very subtle, but it's a little more subtle than gamma ray. So just carefully go over. You know me, I love putting glitter as a transition on my cut crease because my lines are never like completely crisp, so just kind of let that dry. And now I am going to go off camera and kind of finish the eye, the face makeup and all that, and then we'll get to the under eye. Okay, we are back, and my battery is going to be pretty dead pretty soon. So I want to get this kind of done with and then come back and show y'all the finished look and then my thoughts on this palette. I have yet to know what I'm going to do. It's a blue and purpley kind of, I kind of want to use this glitter too. See if it'll, there it goes. I want to use this glitter. Oh, this glitter looks so pretty, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I think first what we're going to do is we're going to take this smudger brush, and I am going to pack Vortex on the inner third of the lash line. Oops. You'll be able to see me do this. glitter. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of wipe that brush off and take Hot Mess and blend that into the rest of, oops, the rest of the under eye there. My eyes always, it doesn't matter which eyeshadow palette I'm wearing or I'm putting on, I always water when I get shadow this close to the waterline, and it just frustrates me because I love wearing shadow on my lower lash line, but it's hard. All right, so now what I think I'm gonna do, whew, okay, this is more than I'm usually used to. So I think what I'm gonna do is grab like a pencil brush. Oh, and I have nose issues too, so I'm just all over the place here. All right, I'm gonna grab a pencil brush. Let me look and see. I'm gonna do this BH Cosmetics 9 brush and spray it with some Smashbox priming water. Spray that. And then I'm gonna go into Nebula. And I'll put that on. Ooh, that is pretty. And I'm gonna get some fallout. Okay. I work with glitter all of the time. Like all the time. And when you work with glitter, you're gonna get some fallout. So don't go in expecting it to be perfect. Just get a kind of fluffy brush and whisk away what you can. I don't care about getting glitter on my face. It's inevitable. Okay, for me it's inevitable. So I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to grab this Luxie 121. It's a mini taper brush. And I am going to get Haze and kind of blend the the lower lash line up. Just a little. Alright, there we go. I am now going to take this Juvia's Place small corner brush. We're going to take Super Moon and actually get in there. It's a very chunky kind of glittery, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. Oh, like seriously guys, this eye look. I'm just loving it. All right, so with that, I'm gonna zoom you out. Okay, this is the finished eye look. I am gonna go up. All right, let's get started. This one is the second one. I don't know what I want to do with this because we have quite a few options. So I think we're gonna start out with Karma. We're gonna go in with Karma, use that as a transition. Normally I like going in with colorful transitions, but it's not too much of an option with this palette. So, and that's another thing I kind of like about it, is that it gets me out of my comfort zone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an E25, it's a blending brush, and go in with Hot Mess just to darken the outer V. Take some glitter primer or some glitter glue, and I always use glitter glue. If I'm not using concealer, I'll use a glitter glue with the shimmers in the palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Sephora Pro brush number 18. This one right here. And then I'm going to go in with Supernova on the outer half of the lid. Well, kind of third of the lid. Just bring it up. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that brush off, and then I'm gonna go in with Gold Glitch. Let's try my, I'm gonna look at a couple of things. Gold Glitch or, it's a little too pinky. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with Gold Glitch on the inner portion of the eye. This one is a little on the chunky side. All right, so now that that is done, we're gonna get to blending. I'm gonna let's take this Sony G Worker 1 and blend the crease up. I'm gonna take the Amazing highlighter and highlight my brow bone with that. All right. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera off and do liner, lashes, and my face makeup, and then I'll come back and do the lower lash line. All right, I am back. We are doing the lower lash line, and yeah, I'm really, really liking this look. However, I am not used to it. So let's finish the lower lash line. Normally, I would do the same to the bottom as I do the top, but I kind of want to try something different. So I think I want to smudge a little bit of Utopia on the bottom, the lower lash line. So let's just do that. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna do is, let's brush Frazzled on the lower lash line. I don't want to do a purple. I kind of so badly want to do a purple on the lower lash line. Kind of really badly want, oh, let's do Mercury. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do Mercury. All right, and let's find, ooh, why am I scratching my head? Let's find something for, okay, we're gonna do ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in No Shame. All right, that is that. Now we are going to take, where did I put it? The Amazing highlighter and put that in the inner corner with, I grab that one out. A Juvia's Place J8. It's a small corner brush. And we're going to take some of that highlighter. And place it right here. Let's get started with the final look. If you hear like chewing and stuff, that's my dog down there. He, for some reason, likes to chew on things. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think I'm gonna do a spotlight eye. I now have some thoughts on this palette, which I will tell you about at the end. And so now I'm just going to grab, I think what I'm gonna do Off Balance. Where's my mirror? Let's wipe my mirror off. Okay. I'm gonna get off balance and just place that in the crease. All right, now I think I'm going to grab Hot Mess and add it to the inner and outer corner. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Vortex, I'm gonna add a little bit of depth to the inner and outer corner, and then we will go in with the shimmers. I haven't decided what I wanna use yet. We'll see. Okay, so I think I've decided, that's pretty. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab Galaxy and I'm gonna top it with Supermoon. So I'm gonna use this silicone applicator. I wanna see if, cause I can't use my fingers. So I wanna see if maybe no, that's not. Okay. Okay, we're gonna grab Galaxy and just tap that on. Okay, now I wanna add a little bit more depth to it. So I'm gonna take Supermoon and then just kind of tap that in the center of that. Probably the most simple eye look. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of grab a little bit of, okay, I want to even out some of the on here. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to do my face makeup and all of that. We'll come back and do the lower lash line. Alrighty, let's do the lower lash line. God, I don't know what I wanna do. And see, this is my issue. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it later. All right, let's get started. I think what I'm gonna do is just something really simple. I'm gonna blow out the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna put like a shimmer on the bottom. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna grab Vortex and okay, so whoops, let me turn this light off, sorry. It's leaving a kind of an overcast on. Alrighty, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to real quick off camera do my waterline and then my lashes, and I'll come back and well, no, I think what I'm gonna do, all right, hang on. Let's do this first. This way I'm not having you guys hang on here. All right, we're gonna put the inner corner in on here. And I think what I'm gonna do also, all right. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some of, let's do Gold Glitch and put that on the lower lash line. I don't know if this is gonna work because it's too chunky. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to finish up the rest of my look, and then I'll come back and we will look at the finished look. We'll also talk about what I think of this palette. All right. See you in a little bit. All right, I am back. Here is the final finished look. I like the way that it turned out. However, it does look a lot like the first one that I did. And funny thing is, I used different colors. So yeah, not completely different colors. There are some colors that I actually used that were the same, but I did use different colors. Not only that, in order to get it the way that I wanted to, see, I topped it with Supermoon right here, and then it wasn't, I don't know. I like things that are like in your face type thing, okay? And so I am gonna do a video about this collection, but at the moment, not right now. I've got so many things that I've got to, like, I've got all of these. I got the Frozen collection. I actually got the entire Frozen collection. And all of that. So I've got so much stuff that I need to film. So it's gonna, just bear with me here. But I ended up topping it with this Kylie shimmer eye glaze in I See What You Mean. This took this look to another level. I wasn't really a fan of Kylie Cosmetics. I've heard a lot of bad things about Kylie Cosmetics. So this is going to be like this is my first launch that I've ever actually bought stuff from. And after putting this on my eye, I'm kind of excited about it. So yeah, the very, very icy, glittery in your face part of this look is actually this eye glaze. So, all right, let's talk about this palette. I bought this palette because of Mel Thompson's review. I saw her looks. I was like, this is gorgeous. All the stuff that you can do with it, yada, yada, yada. And I guess I am not as creative as I thought I was because I did the first look, was so in love with it. I was so in love with that look. And that's with these, I used these 4 colors right here. You get what I'm saying? I use these 4 colors right here. Take these 4 colors out of the package and it's pretty much just your basic neutral palette. And that's really the reason why I didn't want it, is because it's just a neutral palette. I'm not a huge fan of neutrals, okay? That being said, the blendability of these eyeshadows is amazing. I love it. I didn't have any issues with it, especially with like these darker colors here. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever, and I'm wearing them on my eye today. So yeah, the blendability is there. I did hear some stuff about this and how it's chalky and everything. Honestly, it didn't blend away on me. But I use a tacky base, so this did not blend away on me. It looked great. There is something I do need to say, and I'll post a picture here. I'll make sure that I edit that video first. I did a foundation review on the Pat McGrath foundation, and that video is going to come after this one. But during that, I had the very colorful eye with the purples and the green, and I absolutely loved it. However, it did separate on me. That is not the eyeshadow palette's fault. If you I know you'll notice from my first look that I cut my crease, and I don't know if I showed it or not. I cut my crease with the Juvia's Place concealer. I never ever use this for a cut crease, and there's a reason why. This is a very hydrating concealer. I love this concealer. I use it on my under eye. I have very dry under eyes. I have to put a very hydrating concealer on. I do not use this. I have very oily eyelids, so shadows and things like that just kind of wear differently on me. So I always use either a concealer that like this one, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, it's like a thinner consistency and a slightly drier consistency. So I always use that one, or I'll use the MAC Paint Pot. I should not have used this. So what happened was, since I have oily eyelids and I use that, when I started packing the shadow on, it just kind of, as I'm wearing it, and I do have hooded eyelids, it creased and then it broke up and it looked awful by the end of the night. So what I did was I did that look again, and I used my normal concealer, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and it did not do that. So it was not the palette's fault. I am not going to fault it for that, but you will see that in my foundation review on the Pat McGrath foundation on my wear test, and my eyes looked like hideous. So that, I'm explaining right now what that was. That was the concealer. It looked awful. I was like, I can't believe my eye is doing this. It did not wear very well, but that wasn't the palette's fault. That was my fault. I used the wrong concealer. So this palette, was it worth my $67? Because this palette was higher than the other ones. I think the other ones were like 65, and I do have, actually I don't. I did have the Desert Dusk palette. I have since decluttered that. That is now in my best friend's collection. So I was very iffy on getting this. The whole reason why I kind of decluttered that one is because I wasn't using it. I wasn't pulling from it because they're not really colors that I gravitate towards. Can I use these? Yes. Do I use these often? No. So for me, this is not worth it. If you love neutrals, okay, if you love neutrals and you're looking for specifically a pop of color, this would be for you. If you love color, you just love color, and you just want these 4 shades, this is not for you. I don't think it's going to be worth it. I absolutely love those shades. Those shades are gorgeous. They're unlike anything I've had before, but they're not enough to get me to buy an entire palette. The Pat McGrath palettes, those are special enough to buy an entire palette for. So that really is my review. It isn't a bad palette. It's a great palette. It's blendable. It is the shimmers are great. I absolutely love them. I will be using this more, but I don't think it was worth the $67 for me, okay? Makeup is very personal, okay? Makeup is very personal for everybody. I should have known that when I did buy this. I did get this at a discount. I did get this during the VIB sale, so I got it at a discount. But I should have went with my first instinct and not gotten it, okay? That is my opinion. So I love you guys. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button. And I would love to have you as a part of the family. And my hair is annoying the crap out of me. Okay. I would love to have you as part of the family. I want you to have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.